Freddie Gibbs, sold separately. Dave, I mean, Freddie Gibbs. When you think about him in terms of rap today, how do you view him?
One of, if not the best rappers over 40, right? He's one of the best OGs, and he has had arguably the most unconventional path to that status.
Hmm.
And this is being billed as Freddie Gibbs' major label debut, which is hilarious to me because he's previously been signed and through collaboration work with Madlib has released major label records. But this is technically Gibbs's proper solo rapping debut on a major, technically. Whatever. But yeah, I think Gibbs has obviously been on a huge heater for the past several years in like the third act of his career. Really, he's had many starts and stops in terms of finding success as a rapper, and now he's at the point where he can make a Gibbs album with an expensive beat budget and lots of A-list features. Like that's the Gibbs album we just got. So I'm just really happy for him to be that he's now at this point where he could do what he just did.
Yeah, and you talked about how he's one of the OGs, the best over 40. I think just maybe like pound for pound, putting out some of the best, most interesting, competent records in the game. No, don't even need to really qualify it in a
Mm-hmm.
lot of ways. And I think he just kind of continues that streak on Souls sold separately. Out of his last three releases, Pinata, Alfredo, and this, I'd probably say it's my third favorite. But I mean, like you put those three up against any other rappers, like last three, even someone like Kendrick, and you're probably like, well, I might take those three over some of the three from
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
else. So, pretty impressive stuff. And I think this starts off right off the bat. Like, couldn't be done with Kelly Price. Just straight banger to like start this record off. And I was like, okay, we're off. We're back in the Freddie Gibbs world, and just sounds immaculate. Sound has that like classic vibe to it. Really loved that track. Um, what was that? Did that song kind of pull you in, or was there a different one that really got you
Yeah,
into it?
totally. I think just generally like Freddie, he's a really strong storyteller,
Yeah.
so that like any song he's on, he just has like immediate like presence and gravity on the mic. And when you have like uh you know the soul sample
Yeah.
right off the bat on Couldn't Be Done, and this beat where like the drum hits like four times right in a row, it's like just pumps you to fuck up. But then you actually have Clay Price vocals
Yeah.
coming in later. Like, yeah, I thought that was an amazing start.
Yeah, and then riding over that piano, it's just like it keeps the energy up the entire time. Just really great. Blackest in the Room, the next one I really liked too. I feel like it just is like the pictures that we both have are him just like sitting at this piano in this immaculate like silk suit and just looking great. And this is kind of what I imagine is him just like sitting in like one of these like amazing like ballrooms, like sipping on whiskey and like rapping this. Like he's just sounds fucking awesome in this. What other songs stood out to you? Before I take them all.
Oh yeah, of course. I really did enjoy hearing Gold Rings, Gibbs
Mm,
going bar for bar with Pusha T,
yeah,
his fellow killing it in his 40s rapper. God, man, we say this all the time whenever Pusha drops music, drops features, whatever it is. But he just continues to find new ways to say what he's always been saying. I thought this was like, these are some of his best lines. Like, my cocaine novella soap opera shit. These are the days of our pies. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, Pusha T. Like, never change, never stop, man. It's the best. Uh,
it's amazing to have Rick Ross and Pusha T, just two
oh
of
my
like the
god,
all time best, just like drop in, give a verse, and like dominate a song on the same
totally.
record. Incredible.
Ross, another one who's just aged so gracefully, aged like fine wine as he's found greater success and interest outside of hip hop, but he's not fallen off really in any way as a rapper. Whenever you do hear him, he was great too on Lobster Omelet. Um,
What a ridiculous name, dude.
totally. Yeah, I think Grandma Stove towards the end there, Music Soul Child, really great storytelling from Freddie there. Man, I think what's really cool about Soul Sold Separately is that it's Freddie kind of bringing what he has been doing and having other producers fill that in for him, because of course his like latest arc of his career and like the critical like leveling up as he's grown more popular and more accepted, he's been doing lots of collaborative albums, right? Last album, Alfredo, all made by The Alchemist, and of course, famously, Pinata and Bandana from Madlib, and then even the Freddie album by Kenny Beats. Now he has an album where most of those guys are back, but only doing one or two songs, right? And you're getting all these people kind of dropping in on you. And I love hearing a song like Rabbit Vision, where it's like an amazing Freddie performance, and then you just have like the Justice League like dropping their keys the way they always do, just like A-list, producers doing what they do. DJ Paul on
Yeah,
PYS as well, same kind of thing. Um, I really appreciate just hearing kind of everyone, all these A-list producers, kind of like coming to work with Freddie, and like it still feels like a Freddie record first, you know.
absolutely. Yeah, just in the second half of the album, I really like Dark Hearted. I just feel like the way he go like raps in this, he's like rapping so fast and with so much energy and like just so much control. It's really impressive, really technical song. What did you think of Feel No Pain with Hawk and Raekwon?
Yeah, pretty good. I thought Anderson sounded good, and yeah, I mean, it's always nice to hear the chef, another person who's aged gracefully, always dropping good features. Uh, yeah, that was pretty good. The only feature I thought was kind of weird on this, honestly, was Offset with Pain and Strife track 3, just because I thought Offset, like the delivery he was doing almost reminded me of like Little Wayne. I was like, this doesn't really sound like Offset. Like it sounded kind of off to me. Uh, no pun intended. But yeah, I liked Anderson Pack. I liked Raekwon for sure.
Yeah, that it's funny. I agree with the Offset. I think he was almost like too auto tuned or something. I'm not really sure, but yeah, the Pac song was interesting because as I was listening through, I didn't see that it was coming up, and then I was like, is this Anderson Pac? And then I was kind of like, well, when you get Rick Ross two songs before and then push it a few songs later, it's kind of forgettable in a sense. But I think on a lot of
Hmm.
other records, it would have been a standout. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, this record ruled. Like Freddie Gibbs just putting out quality shit after quality shit. It's incredible. So
Yeah, totally. You'd have to imagine after getting a Grammy nomination for Best Rap Album the last time around, he's probably a contender to do that once again. Uh, and that would be at the Grammys. Oh no, shit, that'd be 2 Grammys from now. He has missed the cutoff, so we'll see. How'd you like the like celebrity like cameos? He had like Kevin Durant and Joe Rogan, and that to me my favorite one was Jeff Ross. I thought he was just quite funny. But like the concept of like Freddie being like in Las Vegas finishing this album and having these people
mhm.
like checking in to motivate him or telling him to come hang out or telling him to get his shit together, whatever it was. But it was like all these like cameos. Like what would you feel about that? Usually they were outros on songs.
I really like Jeff Ross. That one really stood out to me. Really made me laugh. To be honest, the rest of them pretty forgettable.
Yeah.
Also, Kevin Durant, man, like I'm not telling you to shut up and dribble at all, but like I just want to see you like really crush it with Brooklyn. Like I just really want to see you like really focus this season.
Well,
So
it was the shortest cameo of them
it
all. He's
was, it
like,
was.
"Yo, Gibbs, it's KD. What's good?" or whatever. That was
Yeah,
it, you know. So probably didn't get in the way. But
yeah.
Jeff Ross like calling Freddie a rabbit fucker or whatever the fuck it was, like super funny.
Saying he wanted to get him on to warm up for Ti. I was dying laughing. That really good stuff. Um, yeah, check out Sold separately. Highly recommend it. We're gonna put a song or two on our Nostalgia Best of 2022 playlist.